Have you gotten your Hogwarts acceptance letter yet? You have. Well, that's great. Let me teach you all the things you need to know before you take the Hogwarts Express to the Wizarding World. First, we will fly through the books and movies on our broomsticks. Next, we will disapparate to Hogwarts history class where we learn about the houses and their traits. And lastly, we will read the Daily Prophet to learn about some important characters in the movies and books. If you are a wizard or a witch, and you probably already know a lot about the Harry Potter books and movies, so let's not try to spoil all the information to the muggles in the room. In the Harry Potter series, there are 7 books and 8 movies. The reason why there are 8 movies is because the last one needed to be split into 2 parts, or else it would have been too long. When a book is being made into a movie, there's a lot of times when there's a lot of information being left out in the movies. And with a lot of information in the Harry Potter books, there were a lot of things left out. According to a website called Insider, the biggest thing that was left out in the movies was the ghosts at Hogwarts. There were ghosts in the movies, but one of the most important ghosts that was left out was named Peeves. Peeves was not in the movies at all, but he was very important in the books. He caused a lot of trouble and was always popping up out of nowhere, getting everyone in trouble. And if you only watched the movies, you probably didn't even know who he was. Another thing that was left out in the movies were the house elves. There were a lot of house elves that worked at Hogwarts, but were never appreciated or shown in the movies. But the 2 that did make the cut were Dobby and Kreacher. These 2 still had a very important role in the movies and represented the house elves very well. Now, let's move on to Hogwarts history class where we will learn about the houses and their traits. When you first start at Hogwarts, you will get sorted into 4 different houses by the sorting hat. These houses are Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. All of these houses are different according to personality, strengths, and weaknesses. According to a website called Allocation, the most focused on house in the stories is the Red and Gold Gryffindors. Their founder is Godric Gryffindor, and he brought many strengths to this house, including daringness, honesty, and a strong moral compass. But with every strength, there is a weakness, and Gryffindors tend to be hot-headed, arrogant, and reckless. Our next house is the Green and Silver Slytherins. Their founder is Salazar Slytherin. Slytherins are cunning, ambitious, and dedicated, but they are also power-hungry, tend to have devious tendencies, and are very haughty. Our next house is the house that I belong to, which is the Black and Yellow Hufflepuffs, whose founder is Helga Hufflepuff. They are loyal, dedicated, and honest. But they're also naive, have low self-esteem, and lack ambition. Our last house is the Bronze and Blue Ravenclaws, whose founder is Rowena Ravenclaw. Their traits include intelligence, creativity, and individuality, but they tend to be antisocial, arrogant, and isolated. If you want to find out what house you're in, just go to pottermore.com to answer a few questions about yourself, and it'll be sure to tell you what house you belong to. Next, we will pick up a Daily Prophet from the newsstand to read about some important characters in the movies and books. On the front cover of our Daily Prophet today, we have Harry Potter, Sirius Black, and Rubeus Hagrid. If you live in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, you probably already know who he is because he's the boy who lived. The reason why he has this name is because he survived a killing curse when he was just a baby. He has survived many hardships throughout the stories, including he was orphaned at a very young age. He lost very many loved ones. He had a constant villain, whose name was Voldemort, and he grew up in a non-loving household. But through all these hardships, he still had a good life and had very many loved ones and friends. The fans would also say they liked Harry Potter because he showed that no matter what you're going through in life, you can still keep going. Our next character is Sirius Black. Sirius Black is also very important to this story because it is Harry's godfather and his only family. According to a website called Screen Rant, Sirius's name means dog star. This is because Sirius is an animagus, which means he can turn into an animal, and his animal is a dog. Sirius is also a star in the sky, so that's why he got the name Dog Star. He is also important to the fans because he brought light to Harry's life again in a dark time. Our last character is Rubeus Hagrid. He was a good teacher and a good friend, and without him in the stories, it would not be the same. According to Screen Rant again, his name means to blush or to be worried. This would explain a lot because he worried every time the kids went out on adventures or got into trouble. Now that we have arrived at Hogwarts, let's recap on all the information we learned today. We learned about the books and movies and what was left out in the films. Then we learned the houses and what their strengths and weaknesses were. And lastly, we learned about some important characters and their impacts on the fans. I hope you all learned something new today about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and are ready to start your first day at Hogwarts.
Oh man, you did beautifully. I'm so sorry that happened. I think my screen might have frozen, but we got lots of, I think it'll record. Yeah, sorry, no problem. Hello, I'm so sorry we have a speaker. No problem. That's okay, she handled it beautifully, yeah. Extra credit, yeah. No. Yes.
That was pretty good though. Even with interruptions, that was.
My eyes feel hot.
Okay. Sure. Okay, no worries, I will send an email past immediately. Awesome, thank you. Okay.
I'm not doing that again.
Oh, you did?
You should do it again.
Okay, I will get right on that. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
That
Okay,
was really good.
Layla, I think you're supposed to go. All right, hang on, so yes, you guys please go ahead and do hers.
I was impressed. I would give it a.
My computer's real terrible.
I was right. I gotta go. I can't do this. No, we're losing.
It can do this sometimes. It's not that hot.
Drop my knees and scream like.
Did it freeze? No, that's the point where it freezes. Hello, Nadia. Sorry, we have a speaker. What you got, my dear? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you're good. It's kind of funny, right? Like you actually have to go to some of it. It's weird, right? No, you're okay. No, you're okay. No problem. And then it's in your drive. Okay, there you go. Thank you. You're most welcome. No problem.
I tried to watch. Madison, I think you made time.
Ooh, I found
No,
out.
We're
yeah.
at like 5 minutes.
And she's
We have
still
about another minute left.
She should.
Okay.
That's pretty good, Madison.
Alma, I'm so sorry. Thank you for doing that, dear. You know what you can do? You're just such an idiot. Like if next time, like if you, let's hope it doesn't happen again. But if it does, if you don't mind, only if you're comfortable with this. If you want to grab it, if you could quietly come out and try to sneak out the door and just be like, or you can just be like, or whatever works for you. No problem. They were insistent though. They were just not gonna stop.
Oh my god, are you gonna stop ringing?
That ghost kind of funny. That was
Like this better be.
I knew you were gonna laugh at the ghost. I knew you were.
I saw you just like credible of your laughter.
Yeah.
Like just coming to
How do
the
you think, Madison, that they leave, what would be the reason the ghost gets left out? Like, I get why.
I
someone
don't know
would have-
because he was literally in every book.
Yeah. Why, I mean, it's strange, right?
I have no idea because they would show like nearly headless Nick,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't show like
It's a strange choice, right?
yeah,
Like, why, yeah.
It's kind of rough.
or like there were house elves that worked at Hogwarts and they never showed those either.
Yeah, how do you pick those that you choose to include, why those and not others?
Well, they had like main character house
Yeah.
elves, but like they still kind of like showed.
I've never done the which house I might have to take you up on that.
Go to the Pottermore.com.
Pottermore.com, exactly.
My parents are Ravenclaws.
Do you feel like,
Fall about it.
do you
I
agree
used
with
to
that?